I wonder if it's too late to repurpose all the George Floyd hashtags, you know, like Free Floyd, Justice for Floyd, all that kind of stuff, because we have Floyd Ray Roseberry, who's being labeled on that fucking intellectual wasteland that is Twitter as being the MAGA terrorist. He drove a truck that didn't have a bomb in it. He made like a 90-second long rambly video, not making any really coherent threats or anything like that, and sat outside the Library of Congress, and then, yeah, he got snatched up by U.S. Capitol Police. Weird timing, very weird timing, especially because Biden is currently flying to Wilmington for an extended, well, to restart his vacation, just another long weekend, because he's tired. He's had to work over these past couple of days, and especially with a certain warning that came earlier this week as well. I'm just saying, oh, everything seems to line up, but this was definitely an organic threat that definitely is going to have long-lasting implications. It's not astroturfed at all, and I bet if this was taken, this photo right here in the middle of the screen was taken in the middle of the night, there definitely wouldn't be any effusive lights coming out of the cab of that truck. No, there's definitely no governmental ties with this guy. Who knows, but it works right now for the news cycle, right? Active bomb threat. Reported near Library of Congress, suspect arrested, according to the Capitol Police. Video footage taken from the scene appears to show the DC bomb threat, suspect getting out of his truck and surrendered to law enforcement. Real threat, huh? U.S. Capitol Police on Thursday said that there is an active bomb threat near the Capitol Hill. Oh my god, it's Insurrection Part 2. Meanwhile, the Taliban is just a organization of peace that just came in and liberated the people to install the Islamic Caliphate. Cool. This is an active bomb threat investigation. Very important little disclaimer at the end of that. The staging area for journalists covering the situation is a Constitution and First Street Northwest. For your safety, please continue to avoid the area in the Library of Congress. The Capitol Police in a tweet Thursday at around 10:30 in the morning during a midday press conference, Capitol Police Chief Thomas Manger said officials are in communication with the driver of the truck. Yeah, they already snatched him up and he's good to go. The driver of the truck told the responding officer on the scene he had a bomb. He didn't have a bomb. And what the officer said appeared to be the detonator in the man's hands. Manger said, "We immediately evacuated the nearby buildings." Of course, because terrorists, and he's a Trump supporter, even though nothing he said has indicated his political leanings. But he has an accent, and that means, oh, if he has an accent and he's from that evil place of North Carolina, which is kind of a swing state in today's day and age, that means that he's a Trump supporter, because all of the people that are saying you shouldn't be racist are the most racist motherfuckers on earth. According to photos posted on social media that allegedly show the incident, a man is seen sitting in a dirty black truck. Initially, Capitol Police said that they're responding to a suspicious vehicle near the Library of Congress. Well, look at the way it was parked. I would think that that's fairly suspicious. It's right on the sidewalk. What a dick. What if somebody was trying to run past there? Oh my god, what are you going to do, blow them up? The Senate and House of Representatives are not in session at the moment. Why would they be? And most lawmakers are not in their offices. Okay, so this was definitely one of the most horrific events of all time, and if we could just have a moment of silence, especially if he wasn't even respecting the day for humanitarian day, like, oh my god, and he was gonna blow up empty buildings. Sure. Photos posted online in news outlets showed police had cordoned off the area around the vehicle. Footage showed a heavily armed officer with a gas mask, and yeah, whatever, their regular old fucking dog and pony show. But who is he? Man with possible explosives, very important, in truck near Capitol surrenders to authorities because he was really dedicated to the cause. A man known as Ray Roseberry, who parked his truck outside the Library of Congress, surrendered to authorities after hours-long standoff with law enforcement. Well, it was kind of a sit-off and a phone-off, so standoff, whatever. We're just picking nits, as it were. North Carolina resident was taken into police custody without incident after parking his truck in front of the Library of Congress, according to law enforcement. Police tried to negotiate with Roseberry, but he was unnegotiable. Look at that face. That is the face of somebody who does not negotiate with anyone. This is so insane. He said he had explosives in the truck. He said a robot was they said a robot was deployed. I didn't think he was that sophisticated, but okay. Was deployed to give Roseberry a telephone and try to communicate with law enforcement, which he originally refused to use. He doesn't like to trust them there government bots. Roseberry was said to have gotten out of his vehicle when he was taken into custody by the tactical units in place, given a pat on his head and a pat on the back for a job well done. During press conference, law enforcement was unable to say there were explosives in the truck as events are ongoing. However, they noted that authorities have to search the vehicle in order to render it safe. Yeah, didn't have a bomb or anything, but he definitely had a detonator. That was probably just the phone. So, you know. What do we know about 49-year-old Floyd Ray Roseberry, Capitol Hill bomb threat suspect? Not a whole hell of a lot. He's from Grover, North Carolina. He surrendered police custody after making threats to explode a bomb near the Library of Congress, which is so close to the Capitol Hill. Oh my God, it's just a repeat. We've just been dealing with this tragedy for 7 months now, and you have to repeat it. Oh my God. No, we're just getting a booster for insurrection. I hear that that's the popular cause du jour. The scene has since been cleared. Road closures that were in place have been lifted, and residents can return to their homes in D.C. where they can shake and coom in their own privacy, I suppose. D.C. police said shortly after 4:30 p.m. the Capitol South Metro Station has also reopened after being closed for most of the day. Capitol Police said that there was no bomb. Okay, just this entire investigation in the truck, but possible bomb-making materials were collected, like the truck. I'm sure if you put things in the right place, like a half-full gas tank and a cherry bomb or something like that in the tailpipe, it'd probably make a decent explosion, but, okay. 7 News spoke to Sydney Bob, whoever that is, the woman who captured a picture of Roseberry in his truck moments after he arrived in the area Thursday morning. So why are they having to canvass the area? Whatever. Bob, a University of Madison, Wisconsin student who was in D.C. for the semester, said she was walking past the library and literally saw somebody pull up on the sidewalk and then went over there to inform him that he needs to be wearing a mask if he's going to be driving through Washington, D.C. Excuse me, there are rules here, sir. He saw the man in his truck and was probably immediately scared because, oh my God, pickup trucks are driven by those evil Trump supporters, right? Normally, we walked by the Library of Congress every morning, and it was like our normal route, and I see a guy talking about this oh my God, you should probably just go back to school, and hopefully you're taking English, something to help out with the like. From where I'm from, yeah, that just is a regular sight, like a dirty pickup truck with a toolbox in the back, and it's like, that just seems like stereotypical fucking white nationalist evil man. Like, fuck off. A reporter at one of Chief Manger's press conferences earlier in the day before Roseberry surrendered asked if the suspect's live streaming was helping or harming the investigation. Well, it should probably help. You know, you'd at least get his intentions, and maybe he'd say something stupid out there, but he had a script that he needed to follow. Manger did not confirm the existence of the live stream, but 7 News is aware of a Facebook Live video in which the man was in a truck claiming to be near Congress. Yeah, I watched a snippet of it, and in the video, Roseberry said, "I'm not hurting nobody." Okay, yeah, but you had bomb-adjacent, potentially making instruments or implements in your vehicle. I don't know who to believe in this one, the police or the police. I want to make it clear to the American people, I cannot set this bomb off. Okay, I can see why they want to disregard the live stream. The only thing that can set this bomb off is enough decibels. Okay, maybe he's a big fan of those old fucking circus acts that if you scream really loud at a china glass, it pops. I called 911 to clear this fuck out. I don't know. He went on to say, I need to clear it out because I have a bomb in here. No, you don't have a bomb. He can't set it off, but he has a bomb. I don't want to hurt nobody. It's weird because he wasn't making a threat while making a threat at the same time, so this just reeks as theater. That's why it's like right before inauguration, if you guys remember this, touched on it, there was a guy who drove through brick barricades, ran over a police officer. I think the cop was all right, but 2 officers were injured. Not too sure if one died. I think one died. But again, that goes to show you, shit like this has happened before. This is just a whole bunch of different coverage on this one, because I'm sure this guy's just going to be a radical, and he had a bomb and he was going to blow up everybody that was there. And more importantly, I really hope, and I haven't heard anything about this, I hope AOC got out of there safely, because that was literally like guys right in front of my office, and I was scared, and I almost got raped when I was like 16 or 25 years old. I don't know. I can't get my shit straight. It's just weird, right? I don't remember a whole hell of a lot of this stuff happening when, during a vast majority of Trump's administration. Like, okay, parts of Times Square evacuated over suspicious container. You didn't really have to get a bunch of people out of Times Square anyways. It's pretty much desolate at this point. There's just more advertisements than people. Part of New York City's Times Square is under evacuation Thursday after a suspicious container was tossed near individuals situated on the red steps in Father Duffy Square, according to emerging reports. Oh my God. Should have just been a bunch of pro-Palestinians throwing some stuff at Israeli nationals. Then it wouldn't have got any coverage. Nobody would have had anything to say about it. Oh, good, but this story has a positive ending. New York City Police Department has issued an all clear in Times Square after the suspicious package was tossed at people in the area. The package in Times Square has been cleared and deemed as not suspicious. So somebody was just brazenly littering, okay? Hopefully nobody had to jump back from the package and ended up stepping in some hobo shit. That would be tragic. But again, it's really weird, all the timing of all these events. Like, okay, something weird happening in New York is not necessarily anything that people should be writing about or really caring about, because it's just, I don't know, a crime-ridden wasteland that makes Mad Max look like an optimistic future. But like we were talking about earlier in the week, you guys remember this little slide here. Potential terror threats from the Department of Homeland Security. Opposition to COVID measures. Claims of election fraud. Belief Trump can be reinstated. Nobody's talking about that. Okay. The last time we heard about that was months ago. It's like, oh, he could be right back in there in August because one journalist talked to another journalist on Twitter and then cited their journalist conversation. Okay, and 9/11 anniversary and religious holidays. Yep, just as everything is starting to heat up with Afghanistan and the 20th anniversary of 9/11, and especially New York City with their vaccine mandates and their passports there. Yeah, no, all of these irrational people, none of this stuff looks coordinated at all. No, couldn't possibly be the case. Now, could it be? They realized that, they've been telling you for the past few weeks or so that the optional phases are over when it comes to mask mandates, when it comes to vaccines. You just have to do it at this point. And they were unsuccessful in convincing you that things were safe and secure and fully vetted, and you just go ahead and you continue to do it. But now they're going to use fear. They're going to use other tactics of plans that were successful in the past. How did the Patriot Act get passed? Well, it was on the back of fear. And guess what? The band's all back together. Taliban, Al-Qaeda, got a neo-lib in the White House. Everything is just the perfect recipe. All they needed was their inciting incident. Things are going to get locked down. Things are going to get a hell of a lot worse. And half the population is just going to cheer it on like sheep because those anti-vaxxers, they're the real problem and we need to just get rid of all of them. Then the other side is too busy, worrying about their own dumb menial shit, worrying about what fucking Kathy has to say at work or what Jim was wearing to the office party. There's a small percentage of people who aren't buying this shit anymore. The best you can do is get inoculated to all the horse shit. And here's something I can prescribe to you. More information. So I provide a plethora of resources for every video that I do. Please do your own research into your own topics that you find important so that you're not left with just a basic bitch headline and then just parroting the same talking points over and over again. Follow the science. Orange man bad. Taliban is inclusive. MAGA terrorists tried to blow up the Library of Congress with no bomb. Concentration camps are important. Australia is doing nothing wrong. Anyways, I thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.